Welcome back to Let's Play Mass Effect. We're on Eletania. We're in the Hercules system of the Attican Beta cluster, so we're getting close to Pharaohs finally. You know what? When I was kind of trying to figure out where to start this episode, I always pick some part of the sky that appeals to me. Once again, I find a giant moon. I actually don't remember this being here, probably because I was always very much aware of this ring structure, but somehow I missed that. That's pretty neat. Anyway, we're here because, well, this was a system that was available to us, but when we first arrived here, we got contacted by Hackett and gave us this assignment called UNC Lost Module. Alliance Command has asked you to recover a data module used to gather intel on geth movements in the Attican Beta cluster. It's likely the geth are also after the data module. Alright. Though, well, you'll see. It's kind of funny in the fact that as long as the module's not found, there's no geth. So, alright. Let's make sure we're all leveled up here. Looks like Ashley needs a couple points. Let's keep bumping up first aid. And chasing barrier still with Rex here. Alright, I'm going to want Rex in his shotgun and Ashley in her sniper rifle. Let's make sure that's the weapon that we're using. Looks like we're all set here. Alright, let's have a look at the map. Down recon probe, so this is probably where the entry point for the module. Of course it won't be there. We found some debris and an anomaly. Let's start over here. This mountain range is actually pretty fierce, but getting to this from this direction is not so bad. Yeah, as we get closer to Pharaohs, and especially beyond Pharaohs, the terrain starts to get crazy. It's really tough, and one of the nice things is that wherever you see, I mean, when you look for in the plains, whatever colors there, if you find those colors in the mountains areas, then you can drive up those. It's the deep blues here, or gray, whatever that color is, that is not really passable in the Mako. So basically, to get through these particular side quests, you just find rivers of green, and you can get there. We found a Prothean ruin, which is a pretty neat reflective ball, though unfortunately it doesn't reflect us. That would be so cool if it did, huh? Anyway, we're in a hazard, so maybe I should get to it here. Get quite a bit of XP for that, and because we have a trinket from, what was her name? Shahira on the Citadel, we can do another touch of it, and we get this long story. I guess I'm not going to read it, because I don't know, I don't like the sound of me reading things sometimes. So, but it's definitely worth reading, so I recommend it if you want to pause and give it a read if you haven't read this before. Anyway, basically it's the story of mankind back when the Protheans were still around. Basically the Protheans were watching over us. They were interested in us. They had a base on Mars where they could easily get, find us. Of course, that opens up a lot of interesting questions to me. I mean, not so much about what this story is covering, because it is interesting to think about what the humans were like 50,000 years ago, and what the Protheans would have been compiling on us, what kind of things they might have been saying about us. But more to the fact that the Arcturus relay, the Charon mass relay, the moon of Pluto, when we, as we become explorers 50,000 years after the Protheans disappeared, we find Charon as just a moon-shaped spherical ball of ice. And so how did it get like that? I mean, things that happen on, like, if you accrete a bunch of material because of your gravity, it takes a while for that to happen, right? I mean, so how long would it take for a mass relay to actually completely cover itself in ice? Does that happen often? Or, more to more likely, I think, because the timeline is so short, is did somebody do that on purpose to hide the relay? And why? What was the point of that? I don't know. That is really interesting to me. The possibilities there. Like maybe they're protecting us or keeping us from getting out there. Don't know. Anyway, like I said, it's kind of treacherous. You know, it took us a while to get here. There's actually ore up here, but it's going to actually be easier to leave the map and let Joker put us back where we started.
You need to turn back, Commander. You're going beyond the range of the operational area. You went right off the scanners, Commander. Now we have to bring you back.
Joker always seems unhappy when I do that. Does he realize that sometimes that is all about strategy? Alright, here's the down probe and a couple of dead monkeys.
This is the surveillance drone, but where's the data module?
A monkey-like creature seems to have made off with the data module.
Guess we're doing this the hard way.
When I was practicing this with Cade and Garrus, it was Garrus talking right there, and he said, "Oh, this'll be fun."
Got it.
Large deposit of gold. Rex, that isn't a play place. That's a big collection of gold that I've just claimed for the Alliance. Leave it alone. Okay, so yeah, we have a bunch of monkey colonies all around here. It's the first time you play this, of course, you've got to go and find them. But luckily, I happen to know the module is in that particular spot. So actually, I'm going to head there first.
Cover me.
On a crash probe. And yay, we are seeing rank 9 material now coming in. Nothing I needed right there, though. Alright, and as I noted, this is the monkey colony I want. There's actually, you know what, should I go and grab that ore right now? No, I'm going to get it on the way back. On the way out. Alright, and as monkey colonies go, you can examine the monkeys. Of course, none of the ones outside will have it. Also, if you are min-maxing for Renegade and Paragon, I recommend you don't shoot any monkeys before you get inside here. And in fact, don't shoot any monkeys until you actually found the module. Alright, plenty of monkeys all around. Of course, this is the big room. Why would you expect the monkey with the module to be out here? Well, you wouldn't. I have to remember where the crates are. There's one hiding back there. Fairly wet in this place. Assassin 9, that's not going to be any good at all. I think just 2 crates in here. Alright, so yes, the monkey with the data modules in the back. I love this little fella. You'd think he's waiting for someone to open the door for him, but even after you do so, he still doesn't jump in there. And whereas you might think the data module would be in here, it just incidentally isn't. So indeed, the module's in the other room. And then once we obtain the module, the doors will slam shut, and...
Hostile spotted.
Yeah, it'll be something like that, except it'll be real hostiles being spotted.
Clear.
So, alright. I'm gonna... This could be disastrous for Ash and Rex, but I'm gonna try to park them out here. I'm just trying to figure out, because I don't actually know where the enemies spawn, but there's a lot of them out here. I'm just wondering, should I just leave them out in the open? I mean, they've got the defensive capability to survive on their own. So yes, it's okay for them to be pressing themselves up against cover if they're calling the shots on what powers they want. It just makes it difficult for me to launch powers on their behalf if they're in cover like that, because they won't do it. Alright, there's 2 monkeys in here. This one doesn't have the module, and this one does. And one last crate here. Alright, let's do a quick save, because this is a place where you can get infinite Paragon points. All you have to do is, do I remember how to do it? I think you get the module, you save the game, and then when you reload you can just keep slapping the monkey. And each time you get 6 Paragon points. But I don't need a lot of Paragon here because there's plenty of Paragon in this game. So I'm just going to get the 6 that you get for not having yet killed any monkeys.
He dropped the data module.
It's a miracle the data module's still intact. Joker can transmit this info to Alliance Command.
You know what's a miracle? Is I can hear you guys so well even though you're way out there. Alright, and even though they're out there, the enemies don't spawn until I actually get a little closer. And now they should be fighting. Come on. There we go. Rick's using powers there. See, Ash was able to respawn immunity right away. That was pretty good. Rex can't do it right away because he doesn't have adrenaline burst, does he? I haven't seen any XP. Oh no. Apparently, Rex and Ashley were just shooting at cover. I'm guessing. Oh, somebody died finally. 3 down. Damn. It's a slow start, but they're taking care of business out there. They're not getting hit anymore. Let me see if I call them back. Will they... Oh, they've just snapped into place behind me. That's not what I wanted. Is he the only one left? Oh, if he's the only one left, then what was the point of that? Is that it? Did you guys take care of everything? Wow. Nice job. I actually never practiced that. In fact, this whole episode has been a kind of a practice in itself for what I'm going to be doing in Mass Effect 2, which is no practice runs. And so, yeah, I'm actually a little bit surprised. I forgot that the assignment doesn't actually clear, or does that? Let me think here. Let me take a peek here. Yeah, this is still showing open. Track down the alien creature and recover the data model. I wonder if one of the enemies actually got thrown off the map. Let's exit and re-enter and see what happens. Oh, the journal just updated. I guess you had to leave in order for it to... After a long and frustrating search, you finally located the data module. Intel has been relayed to Alliance Command. Okay. It's possible one of the enemies got thrown off the map there. Let's just take a peek real quick. It's possible we also lost the XP, and I do want that metagel. But you know what? I am not afraid of XP losses anymore. Okay. That's fine. Alright. And like I said, if you were min-maxing for Paragon and Renegade, now that you've got your 6th Paragon...
Nice shot.
Personally, I would have just thrown a rock at him.
Okay, that's something I wasn't sure how they were going to do that, what they were going to say there either. With Garrus, he says... With Garrus and Caden, Garrus says, I guess the little beast had it coming, and Caden says, remind me to stay on your good side, Commander. I should try that with all the squad mate combinations sometime. Alright. What's left? I think it's just that ore. That's the way over here. Is it right here? Or back here? I don't remember. We'll go over there. Large deposit of palladium. Alright, and that means we're done with Eletania. Right, I don't think there's another ore anywhere, so... Anyway, back to the ship. Alright, we didn't level up, so there's no need to go down to the store. And I really didn't pick up anything I really need. And I'm going to be... yeah, I'm just thinking about whether I should purge some inventory, but I'm actually getting kind of close to level 50, and level 50 is when the Spectre Master 10 gear unlocks, so we'll be able to do some of the work on Pharos to bring ourselves up to level 50, and then before we head out onto that Skyway, we'll be able to come back here and do some inventory work. So let's go ahead and move on over to the Pharos system, which is Theseus, I think. Alright, looks like 5 planets here, no blinkers. Start here with Logan. Is a standard hydrogen helium gas giant. A survey team who charted the system 20 years ago reported many strange disturbances in Logan's cloud bands, suggesting many remarkably large solid objects were present beneath the cloud tops. As the ship approached, however, they subsided one by one. These disturbances have not been reported again. Which of course means, that doesn't mean that they aren't there, it just means they haven't been reported. So, what does that mean? Quana's frozen surface is rich with heavy metals, and the planet's higher than average density suggests further mineral richness in the depths. The atmosphere is composed of nitrogen and carbon monoxide. The remnants of a well-developed Prothean mining infrastructure dot the planet. Abandoned mines are connected to dead cities by collapsed maglev lines. Unlike the crumbling skyscrapers of Pharos, Quana's ruins are reasonably intact. Unfortunately, this only made it easier for looters to strip the silent necropoli of anything valuable. Honestly, this is a planet I wish we could go visit, because to see the better shaped cities, I think would be pretty neat. Pretty cold there, though. We found a deposit of cobalt. Sharing is a standard hydrogen helium gas giant. The atmosphere contains traces of ammonia, methane, and surprisingly large amounts of water vapor, making the atmosphere a striking mix of browns, blues, and whites. Of Sharing's 60-odd moons, 2 have diameters over 3,000 kilometers. Both have signs of former Prothean development, suggesting Sharing may have been mined for helium-3. The planet displayed some strange readings while being scanned. Chief Engineer Adams pinpointed the source and located a strange object. Tali and Adams brought it on board and spent hours taking it apart. The purpose of the object is still uncertain, but it was Prothean in nature and contained a Prothean data disk. And my guess is Tali was absolutely excited to be a part of that. Saitao is shrouded by a high-pressure atmosphere composed of carbon dioxide and sulfuric acids. The surface is composed of geologically young plains of volcanic basalts and rhyolites with high concentrations of carbon and radioactives. Saitao is rapidly volcanic, and dozen supervolcanoes 50 to 120 kilometers wide are erupting across the planet. Saitao's carbon content and constant volcanism make natural diamonds plentiful, if extremely costly and dangerous to recover. Yeah, that would be a contributing factor, right? Is that a level 3 hazard or just level 2? Alright, that leaves us with Pharos. The Exogeny Corporation has founded a pilot colony on Pharos to explore the Prothean ruins that blanket 2/3 of the planet's landmass. The atmosphere is foul with dust. Terrestrial travel is hampered by crumbled debris dozens of meters deep. There are indications that Pharos was a much colder world in the past. Pharos has 2 large moons, Orkin the Farther and Varday. So, if it was much colder and it's warmer now, it's either because the sun is growing in intensity much faster than expected, possibly, or maybe that the planet is migrating inward. Only 300 here at the Exogeny building, which is the capital. 10 centigrade, somewhat cold here, but not a hazard, luckily. So unlike Novaria, there won't be any need for Devlin armor here. Alright, so now the big question is, who am I bringing to Pharos? Actually, I don't have to decide that right now, do I? Sweet. Okay, here we are at the with Pharos just outside our airlock there. We do have a the final restock of the locker downstairs, but I don't need what's in it. I don't know what's in it, but I'm pretty sure I don't need it. So I'm actually just gonna go ahead and park myself at the door so that we can start by choosing the team. I actually don't yet know. That's one of the things about no practice run, is I haven't yet taken the time to actually contemplate who I'm bringing with me here. So I'm gonna do that at the start of the next episode, I guess. So I'll just drop a save right here. Alright, and we'll start Pharos from right here next time.